This is Love Island.
Hi, I'm Lucy and I'm totally zen right now. Hello everyone, how we doing? What's hip hop happening? Are we thriving? You know they hate to see a girl boss winning. I have my tea and you know I'm... That's not a clear breathing sound, is it? I definitely have some allergies, which I'm gonna choose to ignore. Essentially, I'm trying to be calm and zen because this video... So I had made some plans for another video to come out next because I thought this video was not going to get made at all. It's not even really that funny, but the part of me that just loves chaos has really enjoyed the process of this video coming to be. So if you want to skip ahead and just get straight into the haul, which I should say now, this is a YOUIVIMI haul. I'm going to be trying on some items from YOUIVIMI, and it's basically going to be like a first impressions video because I have no recollection. And there were definitely some items where I truly looked at them and thought, who is this woman? So let me just paint you a picture, okay? It was May, or maybe April, the narrator can't remember. And YOUIVIMI slid suavely into my business email, and they have worked with me before. We did a video a little while back and my audience seemed to enjoy it, had some good laughs, but also to my surprise, because I'm quite cynical / skeptical when it comes to a lot of these Instagram popular websites. Not for any reason in particular, but it just seems like potentially a lot of the items do seem quite familiar to anyone who might go on the website Taobao. Certainly not I. I would not know that. I feel like we're all getting across that now, that a lot of these really popular online Instagram boutiques at Shop Cider, I'm looking at you, the items are available on other places in the internet. But if you have ever shopped on Taobao or AliExpress, you'll spend hours trawling through the listing. And you'll see the same thing 10 times and you won't know which one's the good one, or if they're all the same, if they're all different. You get my point. So that's my basic feelings on all Instagram stores. If you have the time, the energy, the ability, and you'd like to save some cash but potentially spend a lot more time, DIY it. If you want someone who's curated things already for you, and you've seen reviews that seem to suggest that the overall caliber of the selections are medium to high, it's maybe less of a gamble and a time saver, because time is money. Am I right, girl bosses? And now, while I had been previously skeptical of the overall quality of some of these brands, I did find some good pieces. It's still a little bit hit and miss, which most online shops are, but I feel like if I can be the sacrificial little lammy for entertainment and hopefully find some good picks so I can recommend them to you, why not? So, circling back, YOUIVIMI said to me, would you like to do a video? And I said, sure, let's do it. So, you know, I go through, I pick up some of my items, etc., etc. I give them my address. Now, this was my first mistake. Not to give them my address, the team are lovely. They're really kind, very chill, very sweet. Love them. But you probably aren't aware of my life because I don't share personal details about it, like my missing granddad. Where is he? We don't know. But I have actually moved out with my partner. We've been living out together for about 9 months now. Loves it. I've received packages here, no problem. So I said, yeah, sure. Here's my new address. So I've received parcel 1. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. Parcel 2 isn't there yet, but it's okay. So it's been several weeks at this point, and package 2, nowhere to be found. So in the back of my tiny little small brain, there's this tiny little part that's just wondering, I wonder where that package is. And then then we get contacted by our landlord and he's like, hey, sends us a picture. Do you know these people? It's like a full, quite creepy night vision action shot. And we're like, no, don't know these people. And he comes back and says, okay, cool, no worries, but they have been doing crime. And they have been stealing packages. Just maybe be wary of that. And I'm like, oh. So at this point, my brain, that small little portion, sends a tiny little signal to the rest of my also small brain saying, perhaps we should check the tracking. So I check the tracking link and there's not as much information as some other tracking links, but it essentially is just like, it's done. Completed. The package has been received or delivered somewhere. So I'm just thinking to myself, oh no, I'm a little concerned. I do email YOUIVIMI just to see if they have any more information on their side. They come back to me and say, yeah, it's been delivered. You should call Australia Post. And at this point I'm thinking I've really goofed. I should have gotten this parcel sent to my family. But but I didn't want to be a hassle. I didn't want to bother them, and I'd been fine with all my other parcels. It's kind of a small brain move. I'm totally aware of that. I'm a dummy. We already knew that, but it hadn't resulted in consequences in a hot minute. So at this point, I'm actually about to go away for the next couple of days with my boyfriend to the beach. So I'm just thinking to myself, okay, I don't think anything else can really happen at this point. 99% chances it's going to be stolen, but when I get back in a couple of days, I'll call them and just have it confirmed that I'm dumb. I already knew I was dumb, but I would like for the post office to confirm that to me. So we got home and I'm just chilling on the couch and my boyfriend goes out for a walk and he comes back in. There's this parcel for you. And it's the parcel. So the moral of the story isn't good because I shouldn't have gotten that lucky. It had a return to sender label on it. So I don't know if it went back to YOUIVIMI and then came back to me, or if it went to the post office and back to me. I don't know. It's a medical mystery. But yeah, feeling pretty invincible today. Might try eating some old food in the fridge and really test my luck. But without further ado, I think we should just get into the video. I'm gonna put all of the links in the description along with sizing relevant information, because as we've established already, me small brain probably won't remember to mention it in this video. Yes. Okay. So here we are in the first two items. Very much a first impression slash, you could potentially even say surprise haul. Ladies and gentlemen, outfit number one, giving you the Tim and Eric fantasy. I look like someone who is the backup for a children's TV presenter. Like that season when Steve left Blue's Clues and he had his cousin. What was his name? John. I'm distracted by the pants and the curvature. I would say it's a really cool design feature, but I know that it's definitely not that. But I have had this issue with another pair of slightly stretchy pants from Yes Style. I feel like the pants, as they lay dormant in their packaging, when they awake, they are not prepared for the boot they are to receive. I don't know if I should be too harsh on it, but I will say the zip is he's a little, wait. It's not a smooth zip. And we've got space to zip, don't doubt that. It's just a little, it's like dubstep. Yeah. I'll wait to show you the full drama of this situation. That made it sound like I was going to talk about no, I mean like this situation, not this situation. I enjoy the top. It's comfortable. It's not too short on my arms. You know, the quality is so-so. I think the majority of YOUIVIMI quality is so-so, IMO. I would say finding a really nice quality item is more of an exception rather than the rule. Now, at the time of picking this item, this top was $33.99 US, which I think is a little bit much for this top. It's a really nice top. If this is the top you've been dreaming of, if you want a top exactly like this with little stripes and a cute little embroidered heart, I think you would be happy. I think it's a little expensive just based on other places I've bought from. When I think of Yes Style as well, they have similar tops which might be a little bit cheaper, but ultimately I can't be mad at it. I do think it looks slightly different to the photo just from my recollection, but then looking at the photo, I think it is the same top. I will pop it here for comparison, but as you can see, it's not quite the same, but it's the same, so yeah. If you like wearing pastels and you like to layer a bit of color into your wardrobe, I put it on my body, I feel cute. So we have to acknowledge that fact. So actually the pants, when I was putting them on, I was a bit concerned. I felt that I looked a little bit like Barney or perhaps Grimace, famously from the Ronald McDonald cinematic universe. I was really looking into the mirror wondering if someone would ever want to steal my McNuggies if I look like this. The length is short and the crotch situation, this is, I also have to do that thing which I know is meant to be so that you know the pants are new. We have to cut a hole into the buttonhole, which always feels really violent, by the way, because I always forget to do it until I put them on. So then I'm like, yeah! And then I have full Final Destination visions of me doing it the wrong way and then like slipping and falling and anyway, not good with horror movies. I would not be the final girl. I would definitely die first. I'm the Drew Barrymore in Scream. I'm the little taste at the beginning of the movie for you to be like, oh no, that was sad. She seemed kind of dumb, but maybe well-meaning. So that's the amount of confidence I have in myself for any type of apocalyptic slash horror movie situation. Speaking of apocalyptic horror movie situation, these pants, they're not bad. Well, I don't know why I insist on punishing myself with pants, but the measurements seem to be okay, and to be honest, they technically are. I'm probably being a little bit harsh on them because I just have standards for pants. It's not bad to have standards for your pants. I think there's a slight difference between looking okay or looking fine or looking good to a general stranger, to the general public, to the viewing gallery, to the masses. But I personally look in the mirror and I'm not loving it. And I feel it's not so much that I'm being mean to myself, more that I know that I can look better. So in a kind of way, I'm hyping myself up. I know that I have the capacity for tailored pant greatness. And this is maybe not that. It's not sparking joy. I don't remember this. I'm gonna look at the picture. I don't remember this Gravity Falls Mabel sweater star. Oh, it's like really faint down the bottom in the picture. Wait, there's a belt, hang on. This isn't really gonna do much for my opinion of the fit of the pants, but I also was not good at team sports, unless you count debating a thought sport. I think the concept of these pants are cute, but I do think if I wanted some that were cut with a more curvaceous figure, and again, this isn't me being mean to myself, but these pants weren't made with my figure in mind, and that's totally fine. I thought I'd give them a try anyway, because if they were good, a good example is from an Unzzy video that I did, and the overalls were actually really good, and they're really flattering and super comfy. So if you are curvier, those overalls might work, because if you do find something that works, that's a gold mine, baby. Gold rush, yeehaw. I like the vibe. It definitely gives me fairy K's. Cute in that kind of way. That makes it sort of unwearable to me. I'm really picky about finishing details and things. If something is just slightly off, I would just rather not. I would say it's a Libra trait, but I don't think it is. I don't really think I have an excuse. I just feel with pastel fashion particularly, sometimes these little bits and pieces, because the color is lighter, you know, you're not wearing all black, it's a little bit more noticeable when those details are off. So I think it can contribute to not looking super put together, if that makes sense. Because there are so many cool fashion bloggers and Instagrammers who wear really colorful, bright outfits, but I feel like personally what makes them look really good and put together and fashionable is tailoring and details. Sort of a universal thing in all fashion. Anna Wintour's certainly not looking to me for tip. These were also $33.99, and to be honest, compared to the top, a pair of pants being $33.99 I think is incredibly affordable. I just don't think the quality is amazing. Like just the stitching down the side, there's a lot of loose threads. I didn't think I would like how I looked in pants this bright of a color in this fight. I wasn't sure if I would vibe at all, but you know, the McNuggies are semi-tasty, so I might actually look into getting some similar pants from a brand like Lucy and Yak. I have a couple in my wish list that I might try out, because those have got really, really good reviews on their construction and their quality, and they're double the price of these. But for me, that kind of tailoring and manufacturing is worth it. Shall we move on, my little BTS meal 10-pack spicy Cajun? Am I meant to tie this? I have no clue how this is meant to be tied here. I think it's meant to just be left like that. I don't think it's meant to be a bow because it's not that long, but I wouldn't know. Because I did not order this. I think there was a mistake, which is so fine. I'm not really stressed about it. I think this was, I was gonna say this was in place of another dress, but no. I think the only thing that's missing is a purple wig. So I don't really know how it happened, but we're just gonna roll with it. It's not really my typical silhouette. It's yeah. You just gotta be optimistic. Do I look very good? I would say no, personally. Do I look bad? I could look worse. And that's just the kind of energy you gotta bring to your everyday. So I, not really any more thoughts, to be completely honest. It's good because I do often make jokes about looking like a Victorian ghost child, and now I do have the outfit for it should the occasion arise. Probably gonna remove it now. I will say that I think this is probably a size down. Like I have no idea what size it is. I don't know if it's one size or whatever else. But when I was pulling this over with my head, I was truly thinking Final Destination, coming back twice in this video. 2 Final Destination mentions, a movie series I've never seen except for watching compilations on YouTube when I felt sick, and then it made my temperature go up because it distressed me. But I like pulling off my Just some like Hannibal, you know. I thought it was gonna pull off my skin. I'm just saying that the neck hole is small. Yeah, no, that's not a twirling one. Just thought I would twirl for fun. Probably not twirl. But I'm not afraid to say it. Today I am the cutest lampshade in the 5 km square area. This is what I would call the Your Name outfit. Not Your Name as in a critically acclaimed animated film, but as in Y/N. You know what I mean? It's just very generic. Although I do feel like a typical self-insert character probably would have something a little more subdued or quirky. I just look like a default sim. I don't think I look that bad though. I think I look okay. It's a slight emancipation of Mimi. It's giving me K-pop talk show / performing in a shopping center vibes. I would need to be in Momoland or Twice or something. I need to have a large amount of group members to wear this outfit, because if you're in a group of 5 or less, it's not really enough razzle dazzle. You know, this isn't a Red Velvet type of look. It's not a Mamamoo type of look. But if there's 9 people, you know, you have to make sure everyone looks cute, but not too cute, because you all have to look cute. So stylists take note, because I look just good. I always feel good in this type of silhouette, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be coy. Anything with a fit and flare, and usually a more fitted top. This is a slightly swimsuity material, which I have ragged on in the past. It just has that thickness, and it's quite comfy, and it just feels like I'm being held in, but not suffocated. I don't feel like a little sardine being put into a too small tin. I feel like I am a beautiful shining sardine in an appropriately sized tin. It also has this little detail here, which from back here, that was a weird T-Rex walk, but it says hide, which is a really fun, ominous mood detail. So I do enjoy that. I think it is meant to be reminiscent or similar to Off-White, obviously a very popular and very expensive streetwear brand. This cutout detail here is actually a little bit loose. I kind of thought it would sit a little more tightly, but it also doesn't cut in and isn't gonna create any weird looking situations. So I appreciate that. And in the picture, they style it with skirt underneath, and it kind of goes on top of it a little bit, something like that. I definitely wear this to a dance rehearsal or to a performance, because it's really flattering on, and it's comfy, and I am mobile. I believe it was around $27, which again, probably on the slightly higher side of things, but I've paid around the same amount of money for things that were worse. Skirt I love. It's a nice knitted material. It sits really nicely. It's thick, it's soft, comfy. This is the type of thing where I don't think you'd really expect to find or really go searching for staples and basics on these kinds of stores. But this is, I would say, definition of a hidden gem. You wouldn't look for this, I don't think, on YOUIVIMI, but it is so cute. And the length is really nice as well. It's not too short. So I did just double check, and the skirt is $37.99, which I think is probably the most expensive thing we're talking about today. But I do think that the item probably out of everything that I would wear the most. Obviously I need to wash and wear it for a little while to be able to confirm that, but so far I'm elated. I am gonna add another element to this outfit, because we were saying this is sort of a generic character outfit, so I'm just gonna add one more thing to it. Hello everyone, it's me, Lucy Normal Livin. Oh, it's so weird to see myself with like brown or naturally colored hair, because I've had it bleached and dyed for so long. But this is actually, it's probably a little more grey, but it's probably not that far off from my natural hair color. Don't drag me for not applying this wig properly. It needs to be styled, it needs to be placed properly. I need wig cap. I need help. Clearly, my pink hair in the back. I need to get like a whole wig cap situation, at which point I'm getting dangerously close to cosplaying, which I do desperately want to do, but I also find it really daunting and terrifying. So we're just gonna hang out in this room with a wig for a bit instead. I don't think it's sitting particularly well on me, but I'm not gonna blame it on the wig. I had another wig, and I think it was from Unzzy, which is YOUIVIMI's sister brand. If you didn't know, now you know. But I had a black one that was kind of like curly, and I thought it was really nice quality. I don't know, when I have my budget and I kind of pick out my items and we get towards the end and I'm just like, screw it, wig. Who is she? I look like a Pokemon NPC, or like a Pokemon trainer. Do you think I should dye my hair like a darker color? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I think I might do like a cooler light brown for a little while. I will say I do think that YOUIVIMI have a really good selection of wigs, and I know a lot of people go shopping on there just for wigs. And this one was, I think it was around 37, which for a wig, like under 50 bucks, and it not to be like Party City Shine Central, pretty solid. But I'm not a wig expert, so if you're a wig person, I don't know what other word I was looking for. If you're a wig enthusiast, let me know. But I think if you're looking for an affordable wig for cosplay or just for fashion, they have a really, really nice, solid selection. Shall we continue? Okay. Oh gosh, that was interesting. Let's move on. So this one was called the Disney Princess Waist Dress, and TBH, not bad. I did try it on initially with the shoulders like up a bit, but I found it looked a little bit nicer with the shoulders off. It's just a proportional thing. I think if you're a little bit shorter than me, if you have a shorter torso, shoulders up might look a little bit nicer, but I have a kind of long-ish torso. I went through a little bit of a roller coaster with this one, just like trying it on, because I sort of was touching it and feeling it, and it has sort of this nice little like stretchy lining underneath, and it has a zip, and I was like, okay, and then I put it on, and I hadn't laced this part up yet, and I was like, and then now that it's all done and together, I actually don't think it looks half bad. Obviously, these types of milkmaid, you know, corset detail dresses are very popular, and I don't think this is a bad version. Yeah, I don't think this is bad at all. I think taking the price into account, which was, this dress was $34.99, which for this price point I think is definitely very good. I don't think I can really too much complain at that price point, because I personally think that's quite an affordable price point for a dress. I was surprised that it had the lining underneath. I was surprised that it had a side zip. The zip is a little stabby though. I probably need to like file down a little bit of extra plastic, because it was jamming into my armpit, which was a tad spooky. But you know, they said princess dress, and I feel like it is definitely that really cute shade of Cinderella blue, and I'm feeling quite cute, feeling like I might lose my shoe. Would I pay $50 or $60 or $70 for a dress that might have a few slight differences? Potentially. But if we're reviewing this as it is, you know, I don't really have any major complaints. I feel like this is definitely a material that could get sweaty after a while. I just can feel it in my sea cucumbers. It's a sweaty little gown. It has a sweaty aura. It's a synthetic material that is probably quite conducive to sweat. So I think we can make that assumption. And the material has a little bit of stretch in it too. I really put this one in my cart with very low expectations. I just sort of saw it and I was like, oh, it's gonna be that really like kind of thin, cottony, synthetic material that has like no stretch, and it's gonna just look all crinkly and weird, but it's not that, so I take that back. Sorry to this dress. I'm not saying that I'm a princess or anything, but I do feel like the threat of me losing my shoe it's there, you know? It's not like it doesn't exist. Actually, speaking of shoes, I did buy a pair of shoes. I do just want to take a moment to talk about these boots, because they are quite different to what I thought was going to arrive. They like have gold details, and I thought they were just silver or like a neutral colored metal from the pictures. They also have this lace sort of sock detail, which was definitely not in the pictures at all. And I just checked again. It's been a significant period of time. I did think that the package was stolen, so perhaps that scariness may have failed my memory. But no, the picture definitely didn't have any lace. So I think that's a little bit weird. It's these kind of things where I'm like, yeah, like letting the team down. We were on such a good streak, and they're not bad. They're just like, they're not quite the same, and those little things are annoying. And yeah, I can remove the lace and stuff like that. That I agree, but it's not the point. It's the principle. But I suppose I'll put them on. I should probably also lace them up. I'm a size 9 in shoes Australian, which is a size. Okay, these crows need to chill out. Okay, I was like ready to lace them up because they're boots that you need to lace up, but there's actually no point really. There's no need to lace them up, they just go on. So I guess I'll just try them on and see if they fit, because I haven't actually done that yet. probably wise. These are actually a tad big for me, which I kind of expected. I'm technically a European size 40, so like a small 9, like an 8.5 to 9. I will include a clip of me walking in them, but so far they're comfy enough. They're just a little different to what I ordered. They're more of a creamy color, the lace, the gold, and considering I have reasonably big feet, and for a lot of places like YesStyle or YOUIVIMI or Unzzy, a lot of the shoe selections that they offer are not in my size. So these are in my size. They're actually slightly too big. Can you imagine if I unzipped the dress and I just zipped myself out of my whole human suit and just came out and was, I don't know, a ditto or something? Some jelly. Flubber. If I was just flubber. I do feel like flubber a lot. I resonate with that transparent green void. Oh my god, skinny! I love being a content creator. Well, I said I wanted to venture into cosplay, and I think this is a pretty good first step. It's the like bit of elbow for me. I don't know if I mentioned, but some of the items that I was keen on ordering weren't in stock anymore, and this roughly $30 no-face costume was about the same amount of money. Not gonna lie, I saw myself in the mirror and it was quite spooky, and I'm home alone now, so I'm like I'm actually a bit hunched because if I relax, you can see my arms. This is bad vibes. Also, you obviously can't see, but there are windows, so sorry to my neighbors. I mean, for those days where you really don't want to be perceived, this isn't bad. The mask came a bit crunched, so I tried to uncrunch it as best as I can. I don't want to take it off because it's so scary. Without the mask on, this out of context looks terrible. Like, I'm sorry, but like, now I'm just a blob. Yeah, without the mask, this is not the look. It's just the kind of thing that like I never really thought I wanted one. Like, you know, you kind of see people in costumes and you're like, oh yeah, costumes. But when you actually have one and you wear it, you think of all the things you can do, you know? Ow! I'm trying to give you like an honest review of this, but like, come on. It's just a sheet with holes in it and gloves. It's actually quite hard to breathe in here. This is just like a polyester sheet. Halloween is in a few months, but I want to wear something a little sexy. Have no fear. You can just, you know, I'm just unlocking a repressed Tumblr memory of the sexy no face where they had the no face costume, but then the tights or the leg. I just see myself in the reflection like this, and I think, yep, you made it. You're a freelancer. Well, I don't really have a lot else to say. It's so hot in here. I don't know if I can really breathe through this much further. It's kind of it's not really conducive to living life. Okay, no, it's pretty fun. Trying to get all my memes out before I suffocate. Oh my god. Okay, filling the Olivia Rodrigo Good For You fantasy with the gloves. Don't actually have any gloves apart from like ones for head-eye. Pretty. Ooh. But wearing that costume is not really conducive to comfortable living. But pretty good for memes. The meme potential is acknowledged. Let me take the gloves off. But for a $30-something cosplay, that's a pretty solid meme. Even though I was dying inside, it was a very sweaty experience, I was also laughing. But that is everything from YOUIVIMI. I hope you enjoyed this. My freshly blow-dried hair is frazzled, Darren. Frazzled. But, you know, hope you enjoyed coming along with moi, the fashion goblin, on this journey. But if you have any recommendations for online stores for me to check out and review for you, leave them below, because that was only the most premier quality luxury content. If you'd like to see me in other places on the internet, potentially more composed, probably not, you can check the link, friends, down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!